All right, so let's refresh our exponent brains for a second. So I want to calculate a difference quotient for f of x is 2x in 36 and 10 pound. So how do I do this? What do I start with?
Well,
Okay, so plug in x plus h. So f of stuff is 2 to the stuff.
yeah, 2 to the x plus h.
So you put an x plus h in, you get an x plus h in the whole exponent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my difference quotient becomes 2 to the x plus h minus
2 to the x.
2 to the x
Over
over h.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, exponent rule.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember this.
2 to the x times 2 to the h, as Bailey says. That is the kind of what we think of usually as the backwards way, right, of an exponent rule.
Did you just?
Like if you have x to stuff times x to stuff, you can have x to the first thing plus the second,
Yeah,
I remember that.
definitely.
right? That's like if you have x squared times x cubed, right?
You can do x.
This is really x times x times x times x times x,
Right.
and thus they're a grand whopping total of 5 x's
Right.
multiplied together, so you get x to the third. Right, same thing here. Here I have a bunch of 2's multiplied together. Specifically, I have x of them and also h of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can break that into, well, I'll multiply the x2's together first, and then I'll multiply that by the h2's. Right? And then I got a minus 2x and over h there. Bailey, you're on a roll with this one. What do you do now? Put you on the
Can
spot.
you cancel the 2x and a negative 2x and then get 2 make sure that helps?
I think order of operations is supposed to be multiplied.
I don't know, you said it.
So I would like to be able to say, like, this 2x minus that 2x is nothing, right?
Yeah.
That seems legit, except this isn't one 2x. Right? How many 2 to the x's do I have here?
2 to the h's.
I have 2 to the h
2
of the 2 to the x's, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm taking one of them away. So all told here, I have 2 to the h minus 1, 2 to the x's. Right?
I don't get.
And then it's over h.
Wow.
And that's probably the best you can do. You could fiddle with this a little bit more, but you'd need to know a little something from calculus, and we don't. So this is where we're going to stop with this.
I'm just totally
So,
I was going to ask if we could do 73 now.
cool. Any questions on this thing? Did that funny factoring thing make sense, kind of? No? Okay, how about if I thought about it a different way? So what if I had a times some stuff minus 1a? How about what if I had a times 3 minus 1a?
3a minus 1a.
Yeah, you have 3 a's, and you're taking 1a away, so all told you have
2a.
2 a's, right? So another way to think about that is to think about this as, okay, this guy's 1 times a, this guy's 3 times a, right? So what do they have in common? Well, the 1 and the 3 aren't common, but the a's are. So I could say, okay, so that's a times 3 minus 1. Is all with me on that? There's kind of two different thoughts. One is a purely procedural, like, I know how to factor thought. And that's like, there's something here times whatever, and then that same something appears over here, so I could factor that something out.
Definitely.
Right? So that's one thought, like, just I know how to factor. The other thought is I know how to combine like terms. Right? And the like terms that I'm talking about are 2 to the x's, and how many of them are there here, and how many of them are there? Either way, I'll get you to this answer in the end. Did I still lose you?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the negative. Like, you subtracted
Right.
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about if you distributed the 2x back in?
That would be,
Right? You'd get 2x times 2h. That's this guy. And then you'd have a minus 1 times 2h.
oh.
I'm doing the opposite thing from distributing, right? That's what factoring really is.
Makes more sense.
See, oh, okay. You pulled out 2x. And you
Yeah. I
subtracted.
pulled out a 2x.
Okay.
Cool.
I think
Questions?
it was throwing me off because you had the 2x, the power on the wrong side. Well, not the wrong side, just on the right-hand side. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It would have been somehow much more acceptable had I done this.
It might have.
Yes.
Like that would have made a lot more sense?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
We're not as advanced. We need the.
No, that's cool. That's sometimes I learn things about teaching. That's a good thing to know about teaching.
Visually consistent.
Yeah.